What's up, you guys? So I'm here with a new video today. I'm here to bring you guys my updated ABC deck profile for the September 2017 ban list. My build has changed quite a lot. Like I told you guys from the first deck profile, I was going to be making some changes. Again, this is still pre-Destrudo coming out in Circuit Break, but this is just something to let you guys practice with ABC, get the, general combos down now that we have Link monsters, and also utilize a really cool trap card that I like that got released in the last set. I've been testing it, and it has literally been the nuts. That card is just ridiculous, so I wanted to showcase it for you guys. Again, the deck is going to change once Destrudo drops and the deck becomes more combo oriented, but for now, this is just a very standard build. I do not play Brilliant Fusion. This is a much more standard approach to ABC for those of you that don't want to risk playing Brilliant Fusion, don't want to risk playing Garnet. I know that it's one of the best engines in the game, but I know a lot of players do not feel safe playing that engine, so this is a more standard build for you guys. So let me know what you guys think. Be sure to smash that like button and show support on the channel. So we're going to get into it. So for the monsters, of course, we have 3A, 3B, 3C. I still will not cut any of these. I know people do that. They feel like, a lot of times they feel like C is the worst one because you always search A off hanger, you always search everything with B, and C is like the one that like really doesn't go off that much. But believe me, like, you want to have all the pieces. You want to be able to link and make double Buster Dragon if possible. You want to be able to special off this effect, and it just works out really well. So I still play the 9. I would not cut any of them. That may change if it really proves to be necessary, but I have not found a single situation where I wanted to cut a single piece, so that hasn't happened yet. For more starter cards, I went to 3 Photon Thrasher instead of playing the Brilliance and the Garnet. I really like this because this in hanger is like a turn 1 like Decode and Buster Dragon, and I just really like the fact that I can just start with this card. Maxi's only at 1, so that's kind of not really like the big deal, but it's just you can start with this, get a gadget, get whatever. You can summon like 3 monsters. You can then make a Bujensi Tsukiyomi. You can then ditch and draw your cards. You can then link into Proxy Dragon. If you had anything floating, you can, you then go into Decode Talker, and I mean, it just really works out nicely. So I really like Photon Thrasher. It's just a really good starter card for the deck. Plus we play Rhoda, so it's like we're playing 4 of them. And then still just 2 of each gadget. I haven't felt the need to go up to a 3rd gold. I know some people do 3 gold, 2 silver. So far 2 and 2 has been fine. It does what you need it to do. Like, these effects are dumb. Being able to smash into stuff and then float and then summon your pieces, link into your decodes, link into your proxies, make your Buster Dragons, just been nuts. So that has stayed the same so far in the deck. Again, like, when Destrudo comes out, I really don't know what's going to happen, like, with the monster lineup. A lot of, like the starter cards might be cut, and we'll be playing, like, Destrudo and Ravines and Ancient Fairy and all those crazy combo cards, so stay tuned for that. And then, of course, the 1 God card, Max C, for the last monsters. I don't play any other hand traps. Not in this deck. I didn't feel they were necessary. I felt that Max C gets the job done. Buster Dragon is such a strong card, and the deck is really consistent with the cards that we still have available. So, of course, 3 hanger and 3 terraforming, because they didn't hit terraforming, thank God. If they did, we'd just play set rotation. That's something that probably will happen anyway. Set rotation is ridiculous, like against spirals, against the mirror. Make it to where you get your hanger, they don't get their hanger, so stay tuned for that. Like I said, the deck will change, but this is just something for you guys to practice with until Destrudo comes out in Circuit Breaker. So yeah, 6 copies of Union Hanger. I'm playing 3 Desires. I've always felt like this is one of the safest decks to play Desires in, because, I mean, the chances of you banishing all the pieces is really slim to none, no pun intended, but I just like seeing Desires in this deck. I feel like you do all your searching with hanger, you do your equips, you do all that, you Desires into traps, and it's just really solid. So I played 3 of this. Feel free to cut it if you want to 2, but I really feel the card's necessary, and they're easy to get, so there really is no excuse to not play that card. 2 copies of Twin Twister. Format's still being established, but we do know that pendulums are going to be a thing. We do know that back row is going to be a thing again. I feel the Solemns are really strong in this format, just because, any kind of normal summon, any kind of effect that activates, you guys already know. So 2 Twin Twisters gets the job done. I didn't feel I needed a 3rd. That could change again once the format establishes itself. Then on the 1-ofs, 1 Rhoda searches out our Photon Thrasher. It's our 4th Photon Thrasher. The 1 God card, Soul Charge, just because it's necessary. We got the 1 Raigeki, just board wipe. Along with that, we got the 1 Dark Hole. Board wipes are just good, going second. They're not that great going first, obviously, but I mean, having 1 and 1, I like this. I like the fact this is actually the way the list made it, because I always liked 1 and 1, so it's pretty cool. And then the 1 Foolish, I wasn't playing this before. Don't know why. Sends the last piece. Kind of dumb. I'll be honest. Like, I looked at my deck list and I was like, wait a minute. Why am I not playing this card? So, Foolish Burial's in there. It does set up the last piece for Buster Dragon if need be. That's it for the spells. And on the traps, I play 3 Strike. And one warning, like I said, I feel the Solemns are just going to be so solid this format. D-Barrier is something that is currently, like, incognito right now. Like, I don't know what's going to happen with D-Barrier, and I don't know if we're going to play it, but time will tell. But the Solemns have just been really, really solid. And then, my favorite card right now, 3 back to the front. This card is ridiculous. Like, oh my god, this card is so nuts. Like, this card is, like, literally tag out with Buster, bring out your pieces, and then you can bring back Buster Dragon. That's just really dumb. Like, I can't even, like, I'm like, what? Like, this is just so dumb. So, this card is the nuts. If you don't know what it does, it's target one monster in your graveyard, special summon in defense position. It does not equip or anything else, so... I mean, what? Like, that's just crazy. So, yeah, 3 back to the front. Try this out. I started at 2. I went to 3. Playing Desires, I want to at least see 1 copy of this card. Every time I resolve this card, I won because this was just dumb. Like, being able to bring back Buster Dragon is so ridiculous. And it goes back to your regular monster zone because you summoned it successfully. Oh my god, this is such a good rare. Like, yeah. Yeah, sorry, guys. But, yeah, the card's insane. So, yeah, that is the main deck. It is 40 cards. We'll go on to the extra deck right now. Alright, you guys, and on to our extra deck. We are playing, of course, the 3 ABC Buster Dragon. This card is just insane. The fact that, you know, it's so easy to make, it's so easy to bring back to the front, and its effect is just ridiculous. Like, this card is nuts. We are so lucky to still have 3. Japan got to abuse theirs, and now they're down to 1, so we got to enjoy this while we have it at 3, because best believe I don't know if it's going to last longer than that. So 3 Buster. For my links, I'm playing 2 Proxy, 2 Decode Talker. I love links. I never thought I'd say it, but dear God, like, these cards are so dumb. Like, they really are, especially in this deck because everything floats. So whenever you're just going Proxy Dragon, you're floating. When you go Decode Talker, you're floating. And Decode Talker opens up the ability to make double Buster. Believe it or not, I've had it to where I've had Decode Talker, double Buster Dragon, and it's just stupid. So these cards are nuts. Like, I actually really like these cards. I agree, like, Decode Talker is not the best link at all. Like, it, you know, having to make it with like 3 monsters or a proxy and a guy is like whatever, but it works in this deck. It really does. So I'm going to keep playing it. I almost wanted to up it, to be honest. But that's it for the links and the fusions. And now just for the XYZs. Just I made just a pretty generic toolbox. I got the one Tsukiyomi. Card's just really good. Good starter card if you don't have a lot going on. You can link with it. So you can, you know, draw your cards link and, you know, keep trying to play Yu-Gi-Oh! So I like it. I played the one Gear Gigant. Now this was the 15th card because we lost Emerald. Rest in peace, Emerald. I miss Daigusto Emerald, real talk. That card was in here for sure. Gear Gigant is the replacement. I couldn't think of another rank 4. I actually, now that I think about it, I kind of want to play Rhapsody and Berserk because the mirror match will be a thing. This card is here though because you can search a missing piece if need be, then you can link with it and, you know, keep trying to play Yu-Gi-Oh! So that card's in there for now. I don't know how long it'll stay in there. The one Direwolf, standard. The one Tornado Dragon, standard, just good removal. And the one Castel, standard. Still one of the best outs to Crystal Wing once you bait it, because you need to just get Crystal Wing out of there with all those Wind Witch decks running around playing Crystal Wing. And then I play the Lightning package just because this is big. It's big. It beats over stuff. I like it. And then the one Dweller, because I feel Dweller's just going to be good in any format, especially if Water comes back. Still good against True Draco, still good against pretty much anything that revolves around the graveyard, and there's always going to be decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! That revolve around the graveyard. So yeah, so that is it, you guys. Side deck is up to interpretation. I don't really do side decks because I don't like giving away side decks that unless I'm actually playing the side deck. And I'll tell you right now, cards like Ash, cards like Ogre, cards like D-Bear, all that is in like kind of incognito right now, is like literally just in purgatory when it comes to what we're playing because the format has not been established. But for now, this is just my updated build. Let me know what you guys think. Any suggestions, always welcome. Any questions, always welcome. I'll do my best to answer them down below. I wanted to make this build as standard as possible for you guys. I really wanted to just emphasize just standard ABC and just really abuse like this card, because this card is nuts. Like, for the love of God, pick that card up. Like, it's so good just in this deck, and I think just in a lot of decks in general. I think it's going to be played in Paleozoic and other decks like that, so it's going to be solid. But yeah, just really, really standard. You know, feel free, like I said, if you're not a fan of 3 Desires, play 2. Just play the card, though, because, you know, everyone wants a +1, so it's really, really solid. And I mean, this deck is very cheap too. Like, don't think this deck is not cheap. This deck is very cheap. You can pick up the starter deck cards really cheap. You don't have to get super hangers. You can pick up the common hangers. You can get the whole engine of the deck relatively cheap. And as far as the extra deck goes, I don't even think there's anything even expensive in here. Like, there is nothing. Like, all this stuff has been reprinted, or all this stuff is easier to get. This might be the harder one to get, but it's still like not impossible. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Be sure to smash that like button. If you have any questions, I will leave them in the comments below, but I'll be sure to answer them, and I will be sure to bring you guys more deck profiles coming soon. So thank you for watching.